Alright, what's up everybody? It's your boy Akeem. Welcome to this vlog. Here to give you a preview of the Baylor Bears for the 2014 college football season. Now they have a great year last season, going 11-2 and losing close in a classic Cotton Bowl against the Michigan State Spartans. That was a great classic matchup. Now the head coach is Art Briles, who's actually been turning this team around, starting with the years of RG3, Robert Griffin III winning the Heisman Trophy, and he actually helped make this team a national power in college football. Seriously, that's just my personal opinion. Now, this team is actually fourth in the nation in passing with 365 yards passing last season, and also first in the nation with 48.2 points per game. But their defense needed to do a much better job. They actually allowed 25.5 points per game, and that was actually part of the reason why they lost this past season. Mainly their defense. I think if their defense was better, I think this was a team that would have made it to the playoffs and possibly win a national championship. Their offense was that good last season, running and throwing the football. Now, their quarterback was actually Bryce Petty. He's no longer with the team. I believe he's with the Jets now, which means their new starting quarterback right as of today is Seth Russell. And he definitely showed a great promise last season, and a great spark last season with 804 yards passing, 8 touchdowns, and just 1 interception during the time he was playing. I think he'd definitely be a great replacement for Bryce Petty, and I think this is a good quarterback. Now, he does have a couple of offensive weapons around him, starting with a great offensive tackle prospect in Spencer Drango. I think this is a great talent. I actually gave him a scouting report entering the 2015 NFL draft, but he did decide to stay as a senior. At running back, Shock Linwood, I think this is a great running back. 1,200 yards last season and 16 scores. I think this is a great running back. And he also has a talented wide receiver and another fast player in KD Cannon. I think even though he's a little bit slim at 170 pounds, I think this is a great player. He is just a sophomore, and he is actually second on the team in receiving last year. And on the defensive side, they have one stud in particular. That's all I need to talk about, and Sean Oakman, who is actually my favorite to win Defensive Player of the Year for the Big 12 Conference. Now, last year he had 11 sacks to go along with 51 tackles. I think he's going to be a dominant force in the Big 12 Conference, but he could definitely use some help, particularly in the secondary, to help slow things up in the pass defense for the Bears. Now, the upcoming freshman for the Bears this upcoming season, starting with Jarrett Stidham. He's actually a quarterback at 6'3", 185 pounds. He is going to be competing with Seth Russell, but this is Seth Russell's position to lose. Also, there's Devontae Strickland, the wide receiver from Waco, Texas. I think this is a great pickup, along with Blake Lynch, another wide receiver, 6'3", 200 pounds. I think this is a great addition for incoming freshman for the Bears. Now, a couple of impact players on the defensive side who can help out Sean Oakman to go back on the defensive side. Some impact players. Ryan Reed, he had 12 pass breakups last season, along with a fellow teammate in the defensive backs position, Xavier Howard, who had 4 interceptions and 12 pass breakups. He is a good prospect for the 2016 NFL Draft. Now, it's pretty much just all about what's going to go through down in the second half of the season for the Bears. I think the first half they should go undefeated, but they have to deal with Texas, they have to deal with Oklahoma and TCU, and coming towards the end of the season, as well as Kansas State, who could definitely wreak havoc in that Big 12 Conference as well, mess things up and spoiled a couple of seasons. But I think this upcoming year, I'm going to have to go with Baylor going 11-1 this season. Even though they did lose Bryce Petty, I think that Seth Russell is a great addition, a great replacement, just like how Bryce Petty did to replace Nick Florence, and Nick Florence replaced Robert Griffin III. I think that Russell could be that next good quarterback for the Bears. I actually have them going 11-1 this season, but definitely not going undefeated, but they could go to undefeated at best. But I think they're going to go 11-1, winning. Actually, they are my pick for winners of the Big 12 championship this season. Seriously, I think this team has a great offensive scheme, but the defense needs some work. But they do have a couple of good defensive backs, and Sean Oakman, I think he is my pick for Defensive Player of the Year this upcoming season. So I have to go with the Baylor Bears as the 2015 prediction of Big 12 champions. Now, the next time I'm going to catch you guys will be in just a couple of minutes. I have 2 more blogs for today. Thank you for watching this blog. I'm your man, Keenan McCall. Be easy.